Okay, folks, Dave Wiley down here in the pits at Gresham Motorsports Park, and I'm joined today by Andy Santere of Revolution Racing. And Andy, thanks for appearing with us.
Well, thanks, Dave. It's great to be here at Gresham Motorsports Park. Such a great facility, and we're looking forward to the up-and-coming K&N Series race here.
Absolutely, we are too. It'll be the first NASCAR race over here at Gresham Motorsports Park, so we're very, very excited about it. But tell us a little bit about Revolution Racing, because that's a very interesting part of what NASCAR's trying to do.
Well, as most people know, NASCAR over the last several years has had a diversity program,
right,
but the teams have been scattered throughout the country. NASCAR has helped teams from California all the way up to Maine fund these, trying to find the next NASCAR diverse driver that can make it to the top three levels of NASCAR. Well, last year, John Story and Max Siegel of Revolution Racing put together a program and went to NASCAR and said, hey, if we could put all the NASCAR diverse teams under one roof, have them all housed in one building under one team name, what do you think of that? So it took a little talking to NASCAR because they'd never done it that way, and they had to prove that they could get the cars and the people on staff to make it all work. And so John and Max came to me and wanted to know if I would handle the K&N East side of the program. And I did. And then we have Blair Addis. He used to run late models at Greenville Pickens Speedway. Always had a NASCAR diverse driver in his car the last 4 or 5 years. They picked him to run the late model side of the program. So we've got K&N cars. We've got late models. We even have a Bandolero and Legend car program. So they call it the youth program. So we've got kids of all ages from 8 years old up to, I think our oldest driver right now is 24. So it's a pretty neat program, and we're hoping to get a diverse driver, whether it be an African-American, Hispanic, or female, to the top rungs of NASCAR.
Well, that's an awesome thing, and you know we've had a couple of really good female drivers that have come through Gresham Motorsports Park this year, and have won in the Outlaw division and have won in a couple of times in the trucks, and so we're all for all that kind of diversity. It actually creates a lot of excitement, doesn't it?
It does, and that's what NASCAR is trying to create. Obviously, trying to get more people to fill the grandstand and all, and so if we can get more people to come to races, come to track, it would be huge.
Now, Andy, you were a successful driver in a couple of series, championship winner. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I started racing on the Busch North Series in 1993. I'd only raced local tracks up in Maine. I grew up in New England and got an opportunity to drive a Busch North car. They called it Busch North back then. It was a NASCAR North. Had some success, won some races, won Rookie of the Year in 93. Climbed up the ladder and got a shot to run the NASCAR Busch Series in 1998. I moved south and landed in Charlotte and stayed there, ran in 98. I won Rookie of the Year in the NASCAR Busch Series. Got to run against the likes of Dale Earnhardt Jr., Elliott Sadler, some of the guys you see now in Cup. And 1999, I got hurt pretty bad at Daytona opening day. Sat out for 4 months, went through a lot of rehab, broke my leg, and come back and won my first Busch race at Pikes Peak in Colorado. And as far as my Busch career went, that was the highlight. But then in 2001, decided to regroup. Sponsorship was running out. Decided to go back north and go back to my roots and race where I could afford it. And went back up there and won 4 championships in a row, and decided to quit while I was ahead and quit while I was on top. So I was getting a little older and raising a family, and decided that I would basically take it to another level and become a car owner and try to develop some of these young drivers and try to get them to the top 3 levels of NASCAR. And I did that for 4 years, and that's when John and Max came to me and wanted me to run this program at Revolution Racing. I decided to sell everything and go to work for them. So it's been a good career, had a good time, made my living in motorsports, and had a lot of fun doing it.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I'll tell you, one of the things that has been interesting to me and exciting to me is the passion that people that are involved in motorsports have for it. We talked with Chad Knaus a couple of weeks ago, and you know, he moved south as a teenager to try to get a job in NASCAR, and it's just, once it gets in your blood, it's just a very exciting life, isn't it?
Well, it is. You know, I started doing this, you know, back in 1989. It was my first stock car. I raced a street stock at a local track up in Maine, and did it pretty much, got into it just as a hobby with friends, and wanted something for me and my buddies to do on the weekend, and never dreamed of ever making it to the NASCAR Busch Series or anything like that, let alone winning a race. So, you know, it became reality when I got down there and won Rookie of the Year, and then I ended up winning a race. And to win 4 NASCAR championships and have 4 rings, it's I've been very blessed, and to be a part of a sport that's given back so much to me. And I try to give to the young guys that are coming up through, and gals. Hopefully some of these drivers will get the same opportunities I did. Sometimes I end up the right place, the right time, and that's how this sport works. I didn't come from a lot of money, and this day and age, it's tough for the kids that are trying to do it on talent alone. It's pretty tough, but if you stick with it, and it's a roller coaster ride. There's a lot of uphill days and a lot of downhill days, but if you can level it all out and stay on the roller coaster and you work hard enough, you can make it.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, Andy, thanks so much for appearing with us today. We really appreciate it.
All right, Dave, thanks for having me.
Dave Wiley down here in the pits with Andy Santere of Revolution Racing and NASCAR's Diversity Program.